I might lose it.
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Chiefs going up against the Cowboys. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Prescott now on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. And a glance now at the Chiefs' defense.
Marcus Peters is a former first-round pick who has great anticipation and tremendous ball skills.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Throw right side, complete to Williams. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Dontari Poe continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And the wide out in motion. Now it's the former Texas Longhorn, Jamal Charles, with a carry. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Jamal Charles, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. 9 yards to go. It's third down. Prescott from the gun on third. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. So the Cowboys will punt it on fourth down. As on is the veteran Chris Jones to kick it away. The rookie fifth-rounder Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. Fielded just inside the 20. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
A first down carry here for Charles. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. And a look at this offensive unit now, and you see who we have highlighted, partner.
Jamal Charles, one of the most exciting, productive running backs in the NFL.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And the play clock's running down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
Randy Gregory entered the league with people excited about his pass rushing skills. They continue to stay excited about his potential.
From the gun on third down, Smith. A dump off for Charles. A gain of 11 and a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Great play there off the end. Question, Charles, in a 4-3, you hear about the D tackles a lot. What's the role of the ends?
What they want to do is control the edges of the defense. And you always hear about an offense talking about setting the edge in the running game. Well, the defense wants to do exactly the same thing. And the defensive end, often against an offensive tackle, sometimes a tight end, they can't let themselves get hooked and let a running back get outside. Because if they do that, that hurts the integrity of the defense overall.
My man, the encyclopedia. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. In motion, Hill. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Smith. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Time running out here on the play clock. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They are going for it. It's Smith surveying the field. And this is caught. He hits Macklin. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
So the offense dealing with a 3rd and 6. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 15. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make
Jamal Charles, nobody in front. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jamal Charles, 84 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on third down.
Here's Prescott. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
First down, Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. Little lull in the action here to go over an offseason storyline that's kind of interesting. L.A. a couple years ago, they have no teams, and now they're going to have 2 with the move from San Diego to L.A. What does that mean for the league and for the Chargers?
It seems like an easier transition, doesn't it, than St. Louis when they moved back to Los Angeles.
Less culture shock.
Less culture shock, less, obviously geography, the whole deal. But it's a transition that still is not going to be easy. Remember, they're going to go play in a soccer stadium, essentially, for at least the first couple of years before they share a stadium with the Rams. So that changes things. Obviously, trying to create an identity in the market they haven't been in a long time. They began as the Los Angeles Chargers, but only played 1 season as such. They didn't have a ton of yards to pick up on that third down, but there was no way they were playing that one safe. They decided to take that one downtown. They must have felt that they had a big play that was waiting for them. Unfortunately, it was incomplete.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Here we go. Ohio.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Looking to throw. Prescott. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. So the D-line's going to spread out. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They come out here in the I. They'll run with Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game. But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. It's the sackmaster, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And coming off a 1-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll run it now out of the gun. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They come out here in the I. short yardage situation. Here's Charles. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On first down, Smith. They complete it to Hill. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Brandon, another catch for Tyreek Hill. How do you defend him? Because kickoff return, punt return, catching the ball, whether it's a receiver out of the backfield, and, of course, you can run it with him, too.
Well, let me give you some numbers from last year. To your point, 12 total touchdowns, 6 of them receiving, 3 rushing, and 3 in the return game.
If you're an offensive coordinator and you can't diagram plays for this guy, turn in your clipboard.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Hey, move 45. Move 45. Right there. 3. Force. Under. Hey, 3. Move 45. Move.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. It's complete to Chris Conley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? Charles.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Here's Smith now on second down. And his throw is incomplete. Macklin, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4. 3rd down and 4. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Jamal Charles on 3rd down. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. On 1st and 10, Smith escaping the pressure right. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Play clock winding down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Let's see what they go to here on 3rd down at 6. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. The play clock's running down. Now it's the Princeton man. This is Spencer Ware. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. But winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game. But when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
They'll keep it on the ground, this time with Charles. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again. And an alley to run. Jamal Charles, nobody in front. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jamal Charles, 45 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Here's Smith looking to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call or get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Prescott, flush to his right, on the run. And that's caught inside the 30. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
And now a first down following that long gain. On the sneak, it's Prescott. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And they're going to speed things up here.
Okay, got him halfway there. You don't see the sneak all that often from the 2-yard line.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Dak Prescott scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Cowboys cut into that lead.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen, because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll sneak it with Smith. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets them a new set of downs.
Okay, I'll admit it. I'm a little surprised by that call. 2nd and inches. It did what it was intended, but it felt like it was a free play waiting to happen. I thought they might take a shot.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Then he motions the wide receiver. Time running out here on the play clock. And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. Shreds the tackle. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? Guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here we go.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. To throw is Prescott. He hits Beasley right side. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds, because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Prescott to throw it. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A first down throw for Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
Marcus Peters was...
Tonight we ain't going out, so we invited everybody that made too strong, but ain't nobody saying sorry. The speaker's so blown, no one knows what it is, but we keep it on repeat cause we don't want it to end. We got the rest of our lives for the rest of our lives, and the rest of tonight for whatever feels right. We're doing it our way, just acting our age. One day we'll look back just shaking our heads, but right now we're too fast to slow down just yet. We're doing it our way, just acting our age, just acting our age.